Um, Good day everyone. Goeiedag allemaal. Morometa ha matisa miture. Opung gauri. Forgive me oh. Nawatu tumelang khotso. What else? I think that's it for now. I just thought it would be better for me to talk to you, my people, and for you to understand me, because I also don't understand myself, especially to people that have known me for a long time. They have a lot of questions about me. I don't know why it's blinking, but yeah, let's get on. I call it the journey. The spiritual eye, they call it the third eye. Everyone is advised, if you go on YouTube, Kusha, you can open your spiritual eye. You can do ABCWXY so that you can see beyond the physical eye, so that you can see in the spiritual realm, so that you can see things before they happen, which is true. But do we tell people that you also need protection when you go into the spiritual realm? So for me, being me, and what I'm doing or what I do now, as people want to know, especially friends, they're like, Van Vanir, since when are you doing this? I also don't know. It's a shock. Like, it's a shock. I think I've always known, but I've been ignorant to say. So let's start. Growing up, I was raised by my grandparents, and we always want to know who we are, because my father left Namibia 1990, just after independence. 1990, I think. Yeah. So my father left Namibia. Then it was, before it became Namibia, it was Southwest. And growing up, my aunts and everyone in the family, they are tall. Their hair grow within like a week, and my hair would take like 6 months just to show that there's something on my head. And I just wanted to know about myself. Who am I? Why am I so different? And people would tell me that, no, your father passed away a long time, because if he was alive, he would have came back. You know, he knew the way, he got all the telephone numbers and whatnot. And so, yeah. But in me, I've always known that he was still alive. So, but I stayed, and also being a pony, you know, everyone is tall, you are short, you have Sarki Badmans, boom boom, things like that. So I remember I just decided, okay, let me look for this man. And Facebook just came about, and opened my Facebook account. I started looking for people with the same last name as my father. And then the person I requested as a friend was my cousin. Oh, he's still my cousin. So, and I'm like, I'm looking for my father. I wrote a note there, or something about my father. He was, that time it was Transvaal, Orange Free State, things like that, Natal. Before, you know, long time ago. So imagine. So, but before I started looking for my father, I had a dream about him. I had a dream where he lives, the color of his house, how far his house is from the garage, so they call it the filling station. And so literally I started looking for my dad. Like Monday, I started looking. Tuesday, I got his number. Wednesday, I spoke to him. That's how quick it was. And then I decided at some point, like, okay, let me go and see him. So I went to South Africa with my ex then. we went, and I'm like, I've seen it. So when I came the first time, it's a very, look, he left when I was like maybe 7 years old or something. I was a young man. So when I came the very first time, South Africa, Pretoria, so I came home, it felt like I've been on holiday. You know, as in boarding school, you are left there and then it's holiday, you go back home. I had the same feeling. So when I came, he was busy with clients there, patients to say. And after that, we greeted, we spoke. And then I'm like, Papa, please throw bones. I want you to check me. Since I was told he's a healer, he can see through bones and this thing. So I'm like, throw bones. I want to know about my life. I want to. And he's like, no, wait. We will talk tomorrow. The next day, I'm like, early morning awake. I want him to throw the bones. So we went he's in Dubai, and then he throw the bones, and it's like, my daughter, I don't have a lot to tell you, but there are so many things, but I can't tell you. But the most important thing is, I see that you have an ancestral calling. You have a calling. It's like this and like that. You have this, you have that, and you have that. Okay. I'm like, so what is this? Because it's like, it's explaining you have ancestors on you. They want you to work. But then he's like, your chest is still closed. We need to open it up so that we understand you better, you know. Yeah, it's talking like in Asian language. I couldn't understand. So, but I had to stay there for 2 weeks. Stayed, I went back, and then we used to communicate online. And then he's like, yeah, you need to come so that we can see this ancestral thing that is with you, because for me it doesn't sit right with me. So I went back again. So I was supposed to stay like for 6 months at least maximum, but then we only have 3 months. So I went, and then when I came, he like took out bones. He had extra bones. He had other bones, and then he's like, yeah, this is your ancestral bones that you are going to use, that you will communicate with and whatnot. So he pathla, he did what, and then he's supposed to teach me now how to read the bones and all these things. So in the meantime, as he's teaching me how to read bones, me, I'm more focused on reading palm. You understand? And then he's like, every morning you need to read bones from what time to what time. You need to do this. But I think it just didn't work then. And then I went, and then he said, no, you take along the bones and what, because I had a vision like this and what. So I took the bones and went back home. I just put them in something. 10 years later, I came to the UK. So only some people knew I had bones. Not everyone. Only some people knew that I was telling them that I had an ancestral calling, but myself, I didn't understand what it is, because my father didn't also explain it to me in detail. But I remember while I was at school, my mom once told me she was consulting someone, and then I came in the room, and then I was sitting there, and she's like, where are the beads that they gave you? I'm like, what beads? Yeah, there's a woman who gave you beads, so and so. Where are they? I said, I don't know. I don't have beads. So we stayed. It's now 100 years later. I'm here. I came to the UK, and I just wanted to know more about this ancestral calling. I went on YouTube, and then I started seeing people talking about ancestral calling, the different spirits. Okay, so one day while I was sleeping, I joined a group. It was beats and something. And then a lady came there, and she said, can someone please read my palm? And then I'm like, okay. It was in the middle of the night, and I couldn't sleep. Most of the time, I don't sleep. Like from 12 until 4 or 5, I can't sleep now. So I decided, okay, let me check. I took a note, a piece of paper. I looked at her palm. I drew houses that when you were born like this here, to the west side, there is a house, and like this, before you reach, I was telling her things. And then I posted it on the group. She took a bit long to respond, but then after a while, the next day to say, when I checked my Facebook account, there were other people, Gogo, please read my palm. I'm like, Gogo. Okay. So I started reading palm immediately. Like I would read some people I would just scroll, but I read like more than 100 people in a day. And then I'm like, my husband came from work and I'm like, baby, I was reading palm, you know, I've been reading people's palms. I don't know how I've been doing it, but it's just nice. It's good. Whatever I've been telling them, apparently it's true, but I don't know how, you know. So then I was like, you know, I need to study because I came to the UK with the intention of coming to study. I've been doing HR. I've done it half, dropped it, came to the UK. I saw an advert, nursing. You can do nursing in the UK and what. I'm like, this is what I want. This is my calling. I want to be a nurse. I want to nurse people. I want to work with people or work in a psychiatric ward, just something like in that line. So I told my husband, please buy me some books. So I start doing my notes earlier. You know, some of us, we are not academically like book smart. It's like, Papa Chai, you understand? Mother cooks food again. Mother cooks food again. Ja, tot die ding in jou geheer of in je hart van verstand vastzit. So, you know, so I decided, let me do it before the time. And then when the time comes, I'm ahead of myself a bit, you understand? And then I remember while I was doing my notes, my arm started like, you know, you get something swollen here, man. I don't know whether it's blood or what, but I usually get it when I do labor work, like I chop wood, rake the yard, move things, just like labor work. I get that. And then I'm like, baby, look, I got this thing. My arm is paining. I don't understand why. And it's like, no, just take it slow. You have been busy now. And okay, I took it slow. 2 weeks later, I felt better. And then I'm like, went back, let me write my notes. And no, the thing came out again, like in the morning, that thing is there. I'm like, no, why? Why am I feeling like this? The next day I went there, I'm trying to write. And then something in me was just telling me that whatever you want to do, you're not going to do it. And I'm like, when my husband came from work, I'm like, it sounds weird. I'm not crazy, but there's something in me telling me that whatever I'm trying to do is not going to work. So I do not understand what it is. And then my husband is like, no, just give it time. Don't pressure yourself. It's because you are pressuring yourself. You will be fine. I say, no, baby, I need to study. You see, I've done half HR. Now I'm here. I'm getting old. I need to, you know, the pressure for being educated, having a degree or PhD. It's the pressure where my friends are graduating and everything. I need to do this. Like, my life depends on it. They say, no, just take your time. I'm like, no, this thing. I went to sleep. Then I dreamt a man giving me red and white beads. I'm like, in the morning, a man. But I've seen that man in my dream long time ago, back home. But I've ignored him. Now he came here to the UK following me. Imagine. So I went on YouTube and then I saw a Gogo. I forgot her name. She was on Big Brother. And then I wrote there, Gogo, I dream I'm given red and white beads. What does it mean? And she's like, no, it's time for you to twaza. I'm like, what is to twaza? Is the thing. I went Google, they explained there. I'm like, name man, I don't understand this thing. Went to sleep. Now you dream. You are in the ocean. You are swimming. Name man. The next day, the ocean is following you. It's imagine I can't swim. Imagine the whole sea is following you and you are running. As you are running, the water is coming, but it's so nice and clear. I'm like, no, this thing, what is going on? No, I had to do research. ask around Kusha, boy, what is happening with me? Call my mom. My mom is also not someone who's talking that much. I called my father and say, Papa, I'm dreaming like this and like this. And what and what. He say the dream you had. I told you you have an ancestral calling. So these people, they want to talk. Now you must not run. I say, how can I not run when the water is following me? They want to cover me or what? You know, things like that. So I made the beats and then the dream started and I started reading palm more and more. You understand? And things just happened. I'm like, I left even the nursing thing and I'm just like, what on earth is happening? So now, basically it's because my friends and people that knows me are like, Intila, what are you actually doing? They are like shocked at it. I'm also shocked at it because I don't also understand what I'm doing. I'm reading palm, my people. I'm reading palm. I'm throwing bones. You understand? So that's how the journey started. The journey actually started. It has been always there. I know of things that has happened that I just know. You know, there are things that you are not told, but you know. It's more like I had a ectopic pregnancy, an erupt ectopic pregnancy, and it took me like 3 days before I went to the hospital. I was just paining. I'm just paining. I didn't even know I was pregnant for some reason. And I'm paining by my stomach is paining. I'm just paining. My husband made me a bottle of warm water. Imagine 3 days where I'm rolling. This one day I'm like, let's go to the doctor because I can't. The pain is just too much. If I feel like dying. And he's like complaining, yeah, my work, I cannot. I'm saying, if you don't want, I'll call your brother. Then I can't. So we went to the hospital. We stood there. I'm rolling. I'm paining. When they finally took me there, this is a doctor, it's a doctor, a lady. She's telling me, no, it's because you are bloated, you are constipated, you don't go to the toilet all the time. That's why you have this. And I'm like, hello. And my husband maybe told the other nurses that she's pregnant. She told me she's having an erupt ectopic. And then the nurse is like, no, she can't. For some reason, I couldn't breathe. I stayed there. They took blood. The answer came, Kuma, you are pregnant. They took me through there. They say, no, we test your urine and your blood. You don't have an erupt ectopic. You are pregnant because the what in the urine is too strong for you to. My friend, they put me on a bed. I'm lying there waiting for 1 day. I'm just praying. All I know was I was just praying. I was telling, especially my great-grandmother, Bushavi, you cannot send me to a land or a country I was never there before and I'm dying. For what? They kept me there and I'm telling them, no, I'm having an erupt ectopic. They say, no, we'll find a gynecologist for you tomorrow. The urine, the blood, you are pregnant, nothing is wrong with you. What? Finally, in the afternoon, they took me to a gyna. The gynecologist is asking, what is the problem? What do you think? I say, I have an erupt ectopic. They checked and what? They still send me to another ward just to go and lie there. I don't know, to die. I don't know. So I wanted to pee. They brought me something and I couldn't pee. And after the test and everything, I just decided, let me walk to the toilet. I remember walking to the toilet, peeing. From there, all I remember is I had an operation and it was an ectopic pregnancy. And when I woke up, I saw doctors around my bed and they're like, oh, how long? How is it possible? This thing can kill people. I'm anemic. I was already anemic. Now I'm anemic. I'm what and what. I came back home. But what is going on? The calling, when they say when you have an ancestral calling, it's not something that you decide. It's there. You know, it's like all of us, we have gifts, we have career paths, we have things that we want to do. But when you have a calling, it's different. So with the dreams and everything, so I would call my father and say, I dream about so. what they say palhla, they say to palhla o kurira vaira mori waroto shikwa yena iye ngusha mori vaire shwa unu kurira vaira o ruroto rupatururi. Oh, have you, when you have a calling spiritually, most of the time it's through dreams, it's through visions, it's through thoughts, in your thought, or you will hear a voice. It depends. Sometimes you feel, I feel. So then I started understanding that no, this thing is just different, because I know before I used to have dreams. Before, within like my first marriage, I would dream about so. I would dream about my ex would do so. I just dream. You understand? So it was like making sense with making research and all these things. It's 1 + 1 is not 11, it's 2. You understand? So yeah, I started understanding myself. I told my father I dreamed about these beats and I had to parla, and it's just beyond. So when people say like you can open your third eye instantly, you can open your third eye, how it's true, but they don't tell you, Kusha, when you open your third eye, you see beyond the physical. It's like you have bipolar. Ne? When you are sitting, you see a snake hanging on a tree, while there is not a, you are in a room. Where is the tree coming from? You see a spider, you see someone who died long time ago, you see things, you see shadows, you see. So that's why they say when you open your third eye, you start seeing beyond. You have to be strong. But then they don't tell you that when you open your third eye, you need to protect yourself in the spiritual realm as well, because it's like a magnet. When you open your third eye, you are a recipient to everything. A magnet will pull anything. It doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. Everything and anything will come, because now some people want to send messages, some things want to play their ghosty things, the ghost, the spirits, everything will come to you. So all I can say is when you open your third eye, in whatever way you are opening your third eye, talk to someone. Kusha, I'm on a journey of opening my third eye. So if you see me seeing a snake, or I'm telling you there's so, or there's what, it's not that I'm bipolar, or it's the journey I'm going on. Don't take me to the mental institute. This is the way to go. Because I always tell my husband that if these things become like intense, please don't take me to the mental institute now. Africa is where the answers are. Because being bipolar and spiritually inclined, or seeing the spiritual eye is open, is one hand in hand. You cannot differentiate if you don't know. Momununu. So my people, that's me now. That's how I'm reading palm. It's in the lineage, because my mom is a traditional healer. I've always known her as a healer since the get-go. My father is a traditional healer as well. So here I am. It's like I said, we all have different careers. One is a teacher, the other one, like in different households, you find that every person in a certain house, they are all educated. I know I had this friend, she's a vet, the other brother is a dentist, the other one is a teacher. All of them, they are just educated people. You don't find, no, because the mother was a teacher, the other one was what. It's like that. It's in the lineage. The same with spiritual. When you have this ancestral thing, it's in line somewhere, somehow. Something must have happened. Now, for me, I come to understand because for me, I use water. I use water and fire in most of whatever I'm doing, because I know when someone was sick at home, my grandfather would like wake us up before sunrise, and then we make water talk, and then whatnot. You know the process. So things like that. So for those who are like asking me, Intila now, hello, since when, or how are you doing? For me, it's more like, it's mathematics. I'm not very good at maths. Like, I don't even know how old I am, or my PIN number for my bank. I don't know. So having this gift is it's like mathematics. How is it possible like someone can give you an answer to m2, you see like a small 2 on top, times xy3 is equal to, it's just beyond my, I don't know how they do it. It's the same with me. I don't know. It's a journey, and it's a beautiful journey, but it's also a difficult journey, because I find myself that I don't like wearing shoes. Imagine, for those who know me, I love my heels. I like walking on my toes now, but now I don't like wearing shoes. I would just wait for some time, or when I'm where I am, I'll take them off. I don't like sitting on a chair or a couch, or no, here on the ground. I love it. I'm not bothered being with a lot of people. I can stay on my own with not even talking to anyone. I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't like crowds. When I'm between a lot of people, I get anxious, I get sweaty, I can't breathe. It's just a lot of emotions in me I don't understand. So I avoid being between a lot of people. If I'm between a lot of people, you'll see me, I'll pull myself to a corner or stand on my own. Things like that, things that I didn't know. But as you go on Google, on YouTube, you start understanding yourself. Kusha, oh, Hanakam is like this. So I know, because I used to call my mom at some point that you are a devil. These are devilish things. You know, you were raised in a house where you go to church, you pray. There are times that sometimes they will tell you that if you have a dream about something, wake up if it is bad and pray. Break that chain. So, my friends, for some of us, when you dream about something, there is no about standing up and praying. It is what it is. There is no change. You understand? It's more like someone will talk about you and you know without knowing. You just know. There are things that you know without knowing. It's interesting. So that's how I came now to understand that I can read palm. It's something I don't understand, because I was struggling. I was like telling my husband and brother-in-laws, and like, let me read a white person's palm, not to be racist, but like, I've always been reading my brothers and sisters, but let me read someone from a different race so that I can see if I can pick up anything or so. You understand? So then I started reading people's palms. Like, here I started reading people. Like, I went on Facebook on groups with India, Pakistan, some from the state, and it's incredible. I'm telling you, it's I can't tell you how I do it, but it's there. And it's you understand? And I'm like, okay, am I still living through the pressure of like not being educated? Because everyone is like, you have to be educated. If you don't have a degree or a what, you are not what, you don't make your own money. No, but at the end of the day, we are all human. We are all human beings, but we all have different paths, different journeys, and our journeys starts at different stages as well. You understand? So I think this is now my journey. Because there are times whereby I'm like, I just want to hear the beating of the drum. I don't want to hear anything. You understand? And most people who knows me, like some friends, they would always like, Intila, why do you like you like using herbs, you like witchcraft, you are just there in the, my friend, I was born on a farm. Those in Namibia, I was born on a farm that side of Osire. Did you see a clinic there? Or a hospital? There's nothing. With the help of my aunt, at night. That's when I was born. You understand? When you are sick, there's no time to go to the hospital, because that time the nearest is Ochiwarongo or Kanja, or sometimes we would go to Okakarara when my grandfather decides so, but it's far. So we have always been using herbs. or you have been using this ABC, or you know. So for me to go to a hospital, it's somehow against my, I don't know. So everyone would be like, yeah, say Hofan tour, say Hofan. No, it's not like that. We are different. It's just like when some people would say someone is stupid, while that person is not really stupid. Sometimes you are not exposed in a way that you open yourself and know different things. Momununu. So I remember, let me give you an example. I feel so stupid till this time, but like I said, I'm a farm girl now. So I remember when my uncle would go milk the cows, and then we have to eat pap afterwards. But when the pap is warm and you pour the milk, and it will become slimy or long, it's just a disaster. And then we wouldn't understand and then we wouldn't eat. Hanakam is cheese now. That's how they make cheese. Who told us? We only know kushavi when you milk the cows, or tuku, or now matuka, or oshito, or rueru, either rueru po, or madeongombi. Or yakodoropa, there's a pizza. This guy took me out, almost. Even after high school, we were still living on a plot, a poultry farm. So you don't move a lot now. So when took after high school, you decide, man, let me see things in the world. This guy took me out. We have to order a pizza. My people, I ordered a pizza with no cheese. Imagine the thought of the pap there at the village, at the farm. The manager came. We want to see this person who ordered a pizza without cheese. It's a dealer. You see, sometimes you are not stupid. You are just not exposed. You don't know things. And now you are learning. Me, I don't like a pizza now without cheese. I want more cream in my food, you see. Sometimes you are not exposed. You don't know things. Even when I came here to the UK, my brother-in-law would like, you don't like what we eat or what? I'm like, no. It's not that I don't like it. I don't know. Back home, growing up, what pap and milk, pap and oruhere, macaroni and spaghetti was just for Christmas. Pap and milk. So things you don't know, you are learning, You start eating Chinese food. You like the Indian curry. I love it. You see, things like that. You are learning. Some of us, our English only just started to become almost perfect now. It's a struggle. Because when after school, you are told no English. You cannot eat. If you were found eating with the spoon or the fork, you are looking for trouble. You see, now all of a sudden, my husband is here. We are going to a restaurant in Dila, knife and fork. Please, can you just bring me a bucket of water? Wash my hands. Let's eat. Me, I don't struggle with things I cannot handle. Sometimes you are just not exposed. Sometimes there's a time that you will learn a new thing, new skills. So that's the journey. So whoever wants to open your third eye, the possibility is mental institute. You will be bipolar if you are not right. If you are not protected, they should tell you how to protect yourself. Those people who have been born like that, they have their angels already protecting them in the spirit realm. They are following them. Sometimes you have a calling, but you don't know who's this guide that you have in the spirit realm. That's why when you go to Twasa, they open it, they start talking. You start knowing, this is the angel I'm working with. So people are saying this is devilish, Indila, you are a witch, you use witchcraft. My friends, I love my witchcraft if that's the case. This is me. There's nothing you can do. Because I even told my husband, Kusha, baby, me, it's like this and like this. Are you happy with this? Because everyone goes like, especially when you talk about your parents being healers. it's always been difficult for me to open up, because they go like, if you are having parents who are healers, the chances of witching your boyfriend or witching people is high. Or like me now, I'm saying I'm married for the second time. No, it's because you use muti on someone to get it's not like that. That's why you see spiritual gifted people, sometimes they are not in relationships, because already they tell you when you meet someone, which are this one, a waste of time, don't even bother. It's just that because you are human, like I said, like you are told there's God, and when you have this you pray, and there's no. But at the end of the day, when you go deep into it, you understand that there are more than one spirit. That's why when you go to the Bible, they say, God says, when there are two or more people, that's when you find me. Because when you are two or more, then you start fighting off all the other spirits, and God can come and be the center of it. That's why sometimes when you pray and you forget, and you are like, what the hell? And then you start again. There are other spirits hindering you. There are spirits like, today you are not praying. We want to come and play on you. Now I understand why not people, like not friends or people I didn't know, but people in my family, people I was raised with, used to call me a witch, while I never knew what a witch was, what witches do. It's because they saw that whatever I have is beyond, or whatever they were trying to do, they couldn't. Because some of us, we have, every person, you have God, yes, but God have put an angel upon you to look after you. And then there are ancestors, there are guardian angels and all these things. That's why we talk about the spirit realm. When you fight with someone in the physical, we have ancestors with us who will do the spiritual work for us. You understand? So now I understand when these family members, they say, Tila, that one is a witch. This one, she witched the, I'm damned while I'm a witch. My husband left, gone. Did I witch someone's child? No. No. You understand? So it's not always like that. We are different. We have different spirits. Even though people who go to church, while you expect a lot from them, you just find that it's rubbish. This person just go to church to show. You come with, what do you call it? Desire. The sower where he's through the seats, the others on the hard ground, on the soft ground, moist. It's just like that. We are all human beings, but we are different. We have different abilities. Someone is very good at mathematics. Someone is a carpenter. Someone, they are very good at cooking. Some of us, it's a struggle now. It's like some people, in the fingertips is where the spices are. When they cook, the dish comes out perfect. Ask Indila. It's a shame. But just put me out there to go and rake your yard and clean. Then you see wonders. Yeah? Yes. Give me your palm. Let me read it. And then you see, Gusha, how does she know? Eh? Things like that. So it's different. It's different. It's interesting. It's like mathematics. Ne? It's like mathematics and science. Yeah. My grandfather told me there's no one who's stupid. No. Where will you find a stupid person? It's just that that person doesn't know in the line that you know, that you want them to know, or what you are asking. No. That's why you see, you, when someone say, why did you not become a psychologist, or why did you not become a scientist? You are brilliant. And this person is like, no, me, I just want to be a teacher, primary school teacher. That's all. I don't want the struggle. But when you see and go through this person's academic records and everything, they are smart. You see, I know a lot of people who went to school, they are done with their studies, they are plowing at the village. Some, they are just at the farm doing their farming and what. So everything has its time. I'm here, I'm trying to be a nurse, I'm trying to do psychology, but they say, you, from here, maybe you'll go and live on the village with no shoes. You dance, diggy, 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 diggy. The ancestors in you want to work now. So we are different. You see, there are people who, I remember a long time ago, I sent a colleague of mine to go and buy me cabbage and some carrots and whatnot. And this girl, she put something wrong, and the cabbage cost like $52, like Namibian dollars. And then I'm like, Mika, but why is this the money? No, something we checked. She punched something wrong. And we went, and I'm like, I went to the lady and told her, no, look at you punched wrong. Me, I'm broke now. I want my $30. How much the cabbage was? $15 or something. I want my money now. Look. And she's like, no, I'm sorry. I did. The lady behind me told me, go and report her to the manager. Let her lose her job now. Why? I looked at her and I'm like, what do you mean? So people don't make mistakes or what? So we are different. That's how different we are. Like I said, I wanted to understand myself as a person, Kushavi. Why would I expect, why would I, like, not really have this grudge, yeah, against someone who treats me bad? People can treat me bad, but at the end of the day, I'm like, so what? While someone else was like, you don't even have to talk to that person because they treated you so bad. But for me, I'm like, los toch, laat hulle maar aan soos hulle wil. Ek kan nou niks doen nie. You understand? So things like that. Things like, I remember my friend told me that they say a baker is not a chooser. But just because I'm hungry, you want to give me bread without butter. For what? Just because I'm hungry, but you are eating bread and butter. Just leave, man. Leave it. No, I understand. My father is the same. He's like, can you please buy me stone? Ne? Don't buy me Hong Kong. If you want to buy Hong Kong, just leave. So I'm just like that. And my husband is like, for someone with no money, I'm telling you. I say, D, sometimes things are just as easy. Just because I'm in someone's house in the middle of the night, you chase me. You think I'm going to argue? I'll take my bag and walk. Han, we are different like that. The same when we come now to marriages. People, you are married. But why this marriage is over a long time ago. But because I don't know, you have this thing of our parents telling you, fight for your marriage. Stay in your marriage. Don't, why you suffer, you struggle. I don't know. It's a story for next time, but be happy with who you are. If you understand you don't have to be perfect for someone else. You don't have to want what someone else is having. We say, we wavi horerwa. Mo horere imara. Kambio kushavi ukare neruru no mundu. Kushavi Intila is driving a Porsche. Today you want a Porsche. How did I get that Porsche? You don't know. Now you are going to make a loan. Tomorrow you went to Utwala. You have a snake in your house to bring you money. Because now your heart is burning. You cannot understand why someone... No, leave it. Like me, I'm burning. My friends have graduated. They have what? It's their journey. Let them be in their journey, in their lane. Me, I'm here. So please, the third eye is equal to mental institute if you don't do it the right way. Don't rush. Everyone has got their time. Everything has got its time. Summer, autumn, winter, spring. That's why it's there. Monday, Tuesday, Sunday. That's why it's there. You understand? So love yourself, understand yourself, and then life would be easier and better for everyone. Thank you for knowing me and understanding me. So next time you are there for palm reading, please don't rush me when we come for palm reading. Wait, I'm painting. Jerusalem. Jesus, when last? Yes.